Hello, welcome back to the last video on this series on this lovely little Scarlatti accordion. This one here. So the last few jobs, finishing off jobs really. So what I'm going to do, I've got a little bit of bellows taping, a few little tiny patches to put on some of the corners. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a new grille cloth on this grille. So I'll do that as well, and I'm going to level the keys. They're pretty level, but they just need a little bit of adjusting, so I'll do that as well. So those little jobs, and then once they're all done, it'll just be a little polish up, and then that'll be ready, all finished, and I'll probably have this ready for sale. So I'm going to start with the bellows taping, because that's just a nice one to start with. So what I'm going to do is take off the bellows, and so it's just easy to manage. So I've already taken the bellows pins out, so let's just take the treble side off, put that can carefully over there, put the base side down as well. So let's have a look at the bellows taping. So let's see if I can show you what I mean. So most of the corners I've got all the bellows tape going right up to the right point on the corner, but as I go around, I'll show you this one, that one just woo, that one just there is missing just a little bit. So now if you get a corner with some bellows tape missing, it just means that that's a little bit more likely to come loose, and which is not a good thing. So I'm going to get a tiny bit of silver bellows tape, just a tiny little neat patch on there, and in fact I think, oh no, and on this side here there's about 3, so I need 4 little patches. So first of all, what I'm going to do is get some silver bellows tape. I'm going to go my bellows tape bag, and I've got some silver bellows tape here, so I'm going to cut some little patches of that. And then what I'm also going to need some clamps. Get me back with clamps. Some of my favourite Alien's original tacky glue. That's about it. A little pair of scissors. So, nice pair of scissors. There we go. So let's get cracking. So the first thing is to cut some little bits of bellows tape. First I'm going to cut it square. Now I don't need much because there's only a small patches. Starting with this one just here, so I'm just going to cut maybe just half a centimetre, maybe a centimetre, just to, there we are. And then let's get something to put the glue on. So nice and easy, just going to put some nice Alien's super turbo tacky, whatever it is, it's very good. It's kind of like a thick PVA glue, which dries quite quickly. So now I'm just going to offer it up, make sure it's lining up with the other bellows tape. So, nice little clamp. Oopsie, don't drop the clamp. And just leave that on there. So, all I've got to do now is cut some more little bits and do the next 4. And get those all, or 3 actually, get those clamped. So I'll just carry on with that and I'll show you that when I've done those little bits. There we go. So just got some nicely neatened up corners. Just makes it look complete and a nice little attention to detail. So I'm happy with that. So the bellows now pretty sound. Obviously they're not new bellows and it's a vintage accordion, so but they look very nice for what they are. Now, next thing is the drill cloth. Right, so for this I'm going to use some super glue and I'm going to use some cross stitch fabric. So it's just what you would do some sewing with, but it's nice colour, it's air permeable, it's not too thick, and it looks nice. So if I pop that here, just really nice, so nice and stylish. Now this is one of the things that makes a massive difference to an accordion, is having a nice grill cloth. So that's why I like to do it. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, so it's not going to fit that way, it's going to go that way, and I'm just going to mark the pencil where I need to cut it. So, it's going to be there, and then there. So what I'm going to do next is just get my ruler and make sure I've got some nice. But the beauty of this cross stitch, and you can just follow the lines really easily, because you follow the lines of hills, so it's really easy to get it nice and straight. I'm just going to double check before I cut. Fine, always check first, check twice before you cut, as they say. Okay, so next to the grill cloth, so I'm going to use some cross stitch fabric. So I've already cut it to fit on the grill. So the next thing is to put some glue on the grill, and for this I'm going to try some of this Bostik all-purpose clear adhesive. I quite like this. So let's see. Ooh, now I have to be quite quick because you've got a limited time for it to. Just dotting it about. Okay, let's get this on. go. I'm just going to have to press, hold it in place for a few minutes just to get a nice finish. Get it all stuck flat. So I'll just press it for a bit and I'll show you in a few minutes when I've just finished. And there we are. So that's now nicely stuck. I think it looks really nice. I think that kind of the white with the silver, so that's going to look really nice on the finished accordion. So I will be putting it all back together soon, and we'll have a little look at what it looks like. But I think that's a nice success. So I'm going to put that to one side carefully so it doesn't get bashed. And the next step is leveling the keys. So let's bring this over. I'm going to try to back that bit. Just make a bit of room. There we go. Right, let me just let's raise that up a little bit. So with these keys, if you've got a lot of difference, so you have to bend the key, have to move the key quite a lot, you will have to do a lot of bending of the steel arm. Now this is a delicate operation, so I've got a few tools that I use for this. So this is a screwdriver I just put a hook on. So what you can do with this is you can grab hold of this and then you can hold one bit while bending the other bit. So that's quite useful when you've got significant amounts of bending to do. So you can kind of hold one bit still and bend the next bit, so you can just zone in on the bit you want to bend rather than bending the whole piece of metal. So you can just like put that round like that, hold that bit and then just bend the little bit that you need. But in this case, because it's only minor leveling, I don't know if you can see, but it's just little ripples really. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it by hand and just do it so carefully. I'll show you how I do it. So if I'm going along here, these ones look okay, and then I've got one here slightly high, so I need that to be about there. So all I'm going to do for this bit is just push that level with the rest of the keys, and then that means that that is lifted up. So all I'm going to do is push that level, and then just with my thumb I'm just going to gently push down. There we go. Just a tiny bit more. So it's just really encouraging it. That's better. I've got another one here just very slightly, so I'm just going to very carefully, oh, that's a bit too much, so I'm just going to, there we go, tiny bit here, so just very very gently, hardly anything really, just easing it down. This one's a little bit low, so I'm just going to push that down and just pull here, just a tiny little, ease it up. There we go. And that's it. So I'm just going to do minor tweaks. These are a little bit low, so I'm just going to give them a tiny little pull. There we go. And the last one, I think. Here we go. Do. Maybe this one can come up a little. Okay, I think that's looking a lot better. It's not going to be absolutely perfect because there's a slight kind of waviness to the keys because they're 80 years old, so they're not completely flat, and so I'm never going to get them absolutely perfect, but it's nice to get them as level as you can within the restraints of the fact that it's a vintage accordion. But that's looking a lot better now. So I think the next thing is I'm going to put it back together and I'll show you what it looks like with the grill cloth. I've kind of done some levelling on the keys and some bellows taping, so just put it back together and I'll show you what it looks like. And here we have it. So this is the Scarlatti 24 bass accordion. There we go. So it's got the nice new grill cloth. I've put some bits of dubbing on the leather, on the bellows strap and on the bass strap here. Giving it a nice clean up, finished the bodywork. I've also made some straps for it. So I've just made some nice leather straps, but I didn't actually film that bit. But there we go. There she is. Actually, I'll bring the camera around and you can have a look at it from the front on a different angle. So just give me a tick. And there we go. So that's a little bit of a better angle. So that's the Scarlatti 24 bass, nicely finished. So I can turn it around a little bit. There we are. So I'm quite happy with that. So I think what I'll do is, just before we finish, so thank you for watching. Hope that's been useful. I'm just going to give it a final little play. So get your earplugs ready, and thanks for watching, and I hope it's been useful. So let me just change the camera angle again and give it a final little blast. Okay, here we are, ready for final blast. Thanks for watching. I've enjoyed restoring this, and it's nice to think of it being having a new life and not being put into landfill. So give it a final little play. Thanks for watching, hope you found it useful, and here is the Scarlatti 24 bass. There we go. Thanks for watching.